Hey guys, it's Patrick and Eden from the Southern Charm team.
Hi guys, we are here today to talk about the market in 2022. We just want to give you some insights and look out for a little goat whenever I have crazy answers for y'all.
Hi, welcome back guys. I'm still with Eden. You wanna
Hi everyone.
do this before we start?
This is going to be our little mascot on how I feel about the market nowadays, so stay tuned.
Yeah. So, I mean, we got the new year coming up, 2022. How'd you think 2021 went?
Man, 2021 flew by. Homes are just flying off the market as soon as they come on, and it was a little difficult to get some buyers in some homes, but we did it. Our Southern Charm team, we had 72 closings
Correct.
in 2021. We're expecting to double that this year, so that just means we need more listings and more buyers. But yes, 2021 was great. We had a lot of sales. We're very happy about what happened. We're really looking forward to 2022.
Yeah, no, I think I agree. You know, when she says double, I think we're almost tripling. If I'm looking at the numbers correctly, I think we're trying to triple. So, we need a little help, guys.
I didn't look up there.
But 2021, I mean, in my mind, it was just crazy. It was just hard to, when we went in 2020, everything shut down, right? You know, really can't do anything. 2020 was a little rough. We still did okay,
2020 was a little rough. It kind of picked up June 2020. That's when I started really seeing things moving on the market. Everyone was super scared about COVID the first part of 2020. So we were quarantined and staying at home. No one was allowing showings to really happen because no one knew what was happening. But at the end of 2020, we kind of saw a bump in the market. And I remember all of us sitting around like, what is happening? Are we about to see a huge increase in prices and new construction?
So the prices were already getting crazy to begin with before 2020 into 2021, but then it just went bananas.
Oh my gosh. I mean, like April of 2021, I remember I put in 4 different offers in one day for one buyer. And we lost out on all offers. And I finally went back to my buyers and I said, we got to reconvene and have a better offer whenever we go back in. And we did. And we ended up securing a home for them before the summer. So that was nice.
Yeah, I would say having the experience of dealing with 2021, how does it make you feel about going into 2022 and what we're about to go through? Because it's about to be pandemonium again. I don't know if you have read anything, but the interest rates are going to slowly creep, but the demand is still unbelievable. So you think that last year helped you prepare you for...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely a little bit more prepared, way more prepared for 2022 than I was in 2021. You hear multiple real estate agents that's on Facebook or on YouTube, and they said they've never seen a market like this before.
Correct. Our broker with 24 years experience never seen.
Yeah, our brokers have never seen this experience. Friends I know that's been in real estate for 30 plus years, they've never seen a market like this, and they don't even... they're still trying to grasp it as well. This is even bigger than the housing boom in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. So we'll see.
So do you think it's going to continue then? It's just going to keep going?
Yeah, I think prices are still going to continue to increase on resale homes. I think prices are going to continue to increase on new construction homes. We received an email yesterday from one of our builders, D.R. Horton. And I remember a house that D.R. Horton had for sale 2.5 years ago, sold for $200,000 to one of my buyers. If they listed their house on the market today, 2 years later, they could list their house for $275,000, if not $300,000.
Oh, it's probably over $300,000.
Yeah,
what plan was it? Do you remember?
The Cali plan.
Oh, that thing is definitely like $320,000.
Yeah, so that's what we just keep seeing prices going up and up, and a lot of our buyers are nervous, but we're here to guide them through 2022, and we're here to take that experience to the next level for them as well.
Absolutely. No, I agree. Through this entire craziness, the housing prices, like last year or so, I did some not rudimentary math. I went into our MLS and pulled numbers from a year ago.
Oh, yeah.
And then the past 6 months, and it's been a 17% increase in 1 year.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had a huge increase in the past year. When I first started real estate over 3 years ago, I remember I could look on the MLS and say, okay, well, we have 350 homes active on the market today. And we thought if a home lasted a month and a half, they went quick.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But now, here we are. Houses are not even lasting 24, 48 hours, and you have multiple offers. I mean, when I say multiple offers.
What was Gallery Way? What happened?
We had 16 offers on Gallery Way within 24 hours of
I
listing.
didn't think it was that long. I think it was like 7 hours.
Yeah, that was insane.
And it was our listing, and my buyer couldn't get it because we couldn't bid enough. It was crazy. So, yeah, I mean... It's nuts right now, and I think it's going to continue. Myself, I think you agree. So they say that interest rates next year. Some of these experts. Now I want to tell you, I got an article off of Forbes talking about what's the trends for next year. Kind of read up on it, and we kind of tailored this for the Savannah area market, Effingham,
Bryan County,
Chatham. So. But they're saying that it's going to they expect the interest rates for government-backed loans to go up to 3.6%. Right now it's about 2.93. How do you think that's going to affect demand?
We may see some buyers kind of back off of the price ranges that they're on right now. So, a $250,000 buyer might go down to $225,000 per se. And that's just rough numbers. I'm not really sure what these lenders are really going to be able to approve people for if interest rates go up, because right now interest rates are really low, and you can get a FHA. I have a conventional loan and my interest rate is at 2.9.
Ooh, that's great.
Yeah, and it was we closed in early 2021. So you want to purchase a home before the interest rates do creep up, because it's going to affect what you can purchase in a home.
Well, then it also comes to because the prices keep rising. I mean, I'm not trying to rush nobody into any.
No.
Well, you're talking about. We came in about the same time in real estate. Okay. And from that time, the 3 years ago to 2 years ago, so I guess the first 2 years I was in real estate, Pooler already had gone up 28% by itself, right? And then last year it went up another 17%. With everybody wanting, able to work at home, we have a large military population here, so they're not going to be doing, Army stuff on Zoom.
Fly my helicopter in.
You're like, well, I mean, I guess they could. I mean, technically, we're almost there. But I mean, there's a lot of other like, say if SCAD goes online or, whatever. People want to be able to work from home, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I just see the prices still continue to rise.
Yeah, I see prices continue to rise. I see more people, some corporates have gotten rid of their offices. So at all. And now you're just working at home. You're working on Zoom and you're working at home over email. So people are really needing more office space. And I think that's going to drive even more of an increase because we know people need office space.
Well, when you needed 3 bedrooms before, now you probably need 4.
Yeah. So if you had a 3-bedroom and one bedroom was a guest room and the other one was your office, or maybe one room was for your kid and then the other one was your office. Now you're going to have to add on to that because you're working at home every day and you don't want to work in your guest room or in your kid's room. You need to have a little bit more space. And,
just to be honest, I bought a house.
Yep.
My house has got an office away from the house, and it works out great.
And it has an office inside.
And an office inside the house. So, but we both work from remotely. So,
right.
It was a need for us, and I can see that trend continuing. So, lack of inventory that's happening right now, historically low, right?
Yeah. Can I go over the inventory right quick?
Yeah, please.
So this is how I feel. Inventory is crazy right now. I pulled these numbers just this morning. The active homes listed in Chatham County, there's 315 active homes in Chatham County. This is today, January 25th. There are 55 active homes in Effingham.
Oof.
There are 91 active homes in Bryan County. We know for an absolute fact that there are more than 55 buyers in Effingham looking for a home right now.
Yeah, yeah.
We know that there are more than 91 buyers in Bryan County. And we absolutely know there's more than 315 buyers in Chatham County, especially within a price range of $250 to $175. There's
it's
probably
flooded.
it's absolutely flooded, and every house you go into is going to be a bidding war at this point. So if you want to put in offers, it needs to be your best and highest at this point.
So best and highest at this point, that's what you're suggesting for your buyers. Best and highest for okay. So can we talk about some of the? There's going to be a little bit more finer techniques that you got to use. Unfortunately, like can you just talk about like appraisal gap for the people that don't know what that is?
Yeah. So an appraisal gap. I listed a house in Eden, Georgia, and the house was listed.
You have your own city?
I'm that famous.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Views are going to weigh up on this one.
There's also a garden named after me as well.
Holy cow! You are famous.
So I listed a house in Eden, Georgia back in October. It was right before Halloween. And I received 13 different offers on that home.
Mm-hmm.
Out of those 13 offers, every single offer had an appraisal gap that they would pay up to a certain amount. So,
can you explain what that is?
Yes, that's what I was going into. So what that means is the person that actually ended up buying the house, she offered $217,500 for the home, and she also did not an appraisal gap. She did something else that she would
escalation clause.
She did an escalation clause as well. So she did an escalation clause that she would pay over a certain amount of the next highest bidder to make sure that she got the home.
Okay.
So she won the home.
All right.
And then she was also going to pay an appraisal gap as well. So what that meant is if the home did not appraise for $217,500
mm-hmm.
and it appraised for $215,000, she was going to pay the purchase price of $217,500 between that appraisal gap.
So that's another $2,500 on top of closing costs that she had to pay.
Yep.
And down payment.
Yes. So she was going to come out of pocket $2,500 to ensure that she received that home if it were to appraise lower than what it was listed for or under contract for.
Right, and we take our own advice, guys. So listen to this. Same scenario, this house that I'm in right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the price is over. The house is overpriced. It was a perfect house, so I was willing to do that. So I did an escalation clause up to the full asking price, but I was willing to go $20,000 over because my wife wanted the house. Happy wife, happy life, right? So, I was willing to come out of pocket $20,000 just to make sure I got this home because I know what it's like out there. And when you find the perfect home, you gotta go after it.
Yeah.
Now I ended up paying $350, thank goodness, but I was willing to go all the way to $370. So, we take our own advice, guys. It's not like we're just telling people stuff and then we don't do it ourselves. So we talked about escalation clause. We talked about the appraisal gap. And if you guys have any questions, you can give us a call. We're going to leave our information down below. But now you just gave advice to the buyers.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you're listing a house, what advice do you give your sellers when you're getting 16 offers? They all have escalations. They all have this. What are you looking for to differentiate for your seller what it makes most sense for them?
So this is the first thing I hear when we have multiple offers.
She's obsessed.
My sellers freak out when we have multiple offers. I'm like, no, this is what we want. We want to see there's multiple offers because obviously your house is wanted by a lot of people.
Right.
The first and foremost thing is if it's a cash deal, and we do see a lot of cash deals nowadays.
Cash is king.
Correct. Cash is king. So if we have a cash deal, we first off want to see and make sure that there are
proof of funds.
Mm-hmm. So that's first and foremost. Secondly, if there's no cash deals and all it is a loan, I want to contact every single lender, especially the one that my seller says, okay, well, this is the best contract that I see so far, so let's just go with this one. I'm going to contact that lender to make sure that their loan is secure and strong. Because the last thing I want to do is get my seller in the middle of a contract and the lender calls me and says, hey, guess what, Eden? This person has a bankruptcy in the past year, and I forgot to, I just forgot to tell the other agent, so we're just going to have to fall apart on this loan. I don't want to do that. My sellers don't want to do that. They've already packed, so,
right.
I'm going to make sure that their loan is strong, the one that whoever's purchasing the home. So that's first and foremost.
So it's just not the highest price, right?
Right. No, you want to make sure that, these are for real people, because we've gotten some people trying to scam us before.
Some people bring up old stuff.
No, well, I mean, it's, we've had people that have contacted us over the internet and, they tried to scam us about they have a certain amount of money and they want to spend this certain amount. So, there are still scammers out there in 2022. So, we want to make sure everything is for real before we just, oh, yes, you have the best offer, let's accept it.
And it's part of the experience that you're gaining. I mean, yeah, we're only in 3 years, and do we know everything?
No.
No. We're constantly trying to learn. But
every day.
We have got a crash course in how, when the market is at a fever pitch, how to navigate it. So, this past year has been very interesting, but to say the least. Okay, so you're on the front line every day, okay? What has happened since the pandemic have you changed the way you list homes since the pandemic happened?
Oh, absolutely. So I used to list homes like where the market was at. So back when I started real estate, I sold my own home. I listed it for $204,900 to begin with. And after 2 weeks, could you imagine a house waiting, being on the market for 2 weeks now? So after 2 weeks, I dropped the price of my home $5,000 to $199,900. So we ended up getting a full price offer. 2 weeks later, once again, that's unheard of in today's market. Right. Anything stay on the market that long. So you can't list where the market is at anymore. You have to list where the market's going. So we're obviously seeing a trend of home prices going up. So we're going to list in that trend.
Correct. So
we're not going to, you can list a little bit lower, but
you'll get bombarded with offers.
More than you already will. Right. So we want to list where the market is going, because if you don't, then you're not doing your sellers a service.
And that's what we're hired to do.
Right.
So we make sure we do the professional photos and we do all the advertising and all. We want to make sure it gets out to everybody so they see it, and then we try to get we want them to give us the escalation clause with the appraisal gaps going way over the price for our sellers. So, it's been different.
And something about, so I have multiple buyers in Effingham right now, and their price range is $175 to $200.
Mm-hmm. And I think I have 25 people just like that.
Yeah, and there's only 4 houses in that price range that's in livable condition.
Yeah.
So it's like, we are on the buyer side and the seller side, so we're watching our buyers get all these offers, and then we're watching our sellers. Oopsies.
It's all right.
That's how I feel. So we're watching our sellers get all these offers, and they're like, oh, yes, more offers. But then when our buyers are trying to go under contract, they're constantly sending out, they're maybe sending out more offers than what I've ever seen before.
Oh my
Absolutely.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I've written so many contracts this week alone. And, we got one under contract, thank goodness. New construction.
Yeah, we got a new construction under contract this week.
But going out there in the front lines, trying to, I'm videotaping houses for people in New York. I got, a lot of Army buddies, and then I'm showing people here. And we're writing offers constantly, and it's just we're starting to see what is going on, and we have figured out how to get our deals accepted, but I mean, it's been a process,
right? And I never want to push any of my buyers over the budget that the lender has set for them. If my buyer tells me, I love this house and it's at $275 and their budget is $275, no ifs, ands, or buts, I'm not going to let you offer $290, because that's not doing you a service as a buyer, and it's not doing the lender a service. The lender's going to call me and bless me out. And the other agent's going to call me and bless me out once they realize that they're not able to get approved for that if their offer is accepted. So we're not pushing anyone over their budget. We just encourage you to say if your price is $275, maybe you should look in the 240 range.
Exactly. Give us some room to work, is
Yes.
what I try to say. So I do the same thing. Okay. So rental prices have been, not only housing prices, but rental prices have been insane. I did some more research last night just to kind of see for this video specifically. So everything in the surrounding area, as far as home prices, have gone up 17%. It's almost flat. I've done all three regions. It's 17% up, right? Funny thing, rental gone up 17% too.
Right.
So you talk about what used to be last year was $1,400 a month. Now is $1,750.
Right. So we're definitely seeing a increase for rentals as well. I have a few rental properties that I manage right now. And, if I would have listed one of these rental properties, this in Springfield, if I would have listed it 3 years ago, like the rent would probably have been $1,200, $1,300.
Okay.
It's $1,500 now.
Wow.
It's a cute little house in a cute little neighborhood, but it's going up, and
I just think it's going to keep going up.
Yeah, it's going to keep going up, and I have conversations with my tenants about if their rent goes up, what are they going to do? And they don't know because everything's going up. So at that point in time, if the rent's $1,500, your house payment can be $1,500. So no, why not purchase something that you're putting equity back into?
Well, typically the same house that you're renting, when you buy it, if you bought that house, say for instance, I'm renting this house for $2,000.
Right.
Or no, probably $2,500, probably.
Right.
And then, but to buy it, it only cost me $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Because your interest rates.
Correct. Yeah, and then it's locked in at low right now. I don't know what it's going to be in 6 months.
Right.
But so oftentimes you're renting a house for more expensive than it is to buy it.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you have money to put down. Like
Right.
if you're not doing a USDA, like you're going to get the PMI put into your mortgage loan and things like that. So if you're doing a conventional loan and you have 20% to put down on your house, your payment is going to be very nice, and you're not going to have to really worry about much as long as you're not at the top of your budget. We don't want you to do that, but
Right.
I think it's important to get out of the rental market right now and try to purchase a home, even though it's hard to buy a house right now. We secure homes for people still, so we can get it done.
We can get it done, and like I said, it just budgetarily, and I understand with military people it might be different. I was military. You're gone in 3 years. Does it make sense to buy? I think it does. You know what I'm saying? Especially now. Because you talk about when they're ready to rent the house, if it's going up another 17%, and then maybe, I don't know, probably the next year's probably going to calm down, I assume.
Right.
So probably 20% increase in your rental value when you do deploy or you do whatever you want to do. So I think it's a good time to buy all the way around. Renting is... I understand when you are at a specific level, starting out. I didn't have a house till, I was, I think I was 28.
Your first, you bought
my first house. So, younger people I've seen, but now I'm seeing millennials are coming in the market and they're buying.
Right.
So that's another reison why the housing prices are going up. But, well, I just want to thank you for coming and sharing your expertise. I think the market is going to be hot this year. If you plan on selling, I would say call us now. Let's get you set up so we can take advantage of this market is so crazy. When you're talking about the amount of money you have in your house, as if you just bought it 2 years ago. Heck, I just sold Calvin's house. He was in it for 1 year, and he got $38,000 for living there for 1 year.
Right.
So I'm telling you guys, it's now is the time. Get in the market, sell your house, upgrade if you have to. But I just think now, if you can't, you got to take advantage of where your house and the equity you have is just incredible.
It really is incredible. I tell my sellers this all the time. Your equity is great. You have $100,000 that you have in equity right now. So why not make a move? If you have $100,000 cash to put down on the house and you're only going to purchase $250,000 home,
right?
Man, that
$150,000 loan.
Yeah.
It's like maybe 1,000, maybe 900, depending. I even think less than that.
So let me think. Mine's at conventional. We finance 180, 2.9%. Our mortgage is $1,100 a month. Yeah. So, we put down a substantial amount, but still.
Dave Ramsey.
Yeah, but seriously, like your home loan, if you get it down. And you have a lot of equity in your house and you're able to put this down on another home, your payment's going to be great. You might be able to get a bigger house for what you're paying now for your home.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks so much, guys. Bye.
Bye.